All right, video 2 of this upcoming job that is 10 years overdue due to regulations and code violations and permits and inspections and fire department and the COVID raids breaking into the building and making them go bankrupt. But here we go. So we did this a year ago, 2 years ago, and then money ran out and this whole project had to stop. They couldn't afford to pay us anymore, so we don't work no more. And now there's money again, and permits and all the blueprints and inspections have been done, and we're approved up to this point. So we're moving from the first video. This is the place where that big air handler is. But here's the problem. This was originally supposed to be, this is cannabis operation, it was originally supposed to be a flowering room, and a flowering room needs much more cooling load than a vegetation room. So in the middle of the process, we were supposed to pull a 6 ton. Where's that room? I was on first video, I was up over there on top of that roof, and there's the LG hydro kit for making hot water to do the reheat. But inside this room there's a 6 ton and an 8 ton. That was supposed to be part of a 100 light room that was supposed to stretch across the whole entire building. That never happened. And they're supposed to go in here, and then this was going to be a veg room, but then a flower room, but then it turned into a veg room, something like that. I can't remember. But those air handlers are too big for this room because now he's not using single-ended or double-ended like high pressure sodium or metal halide or just the double enders. Will put out quite a bit of heat. He's now going to use LED lights. And for LED lights, he does not need 2 air handlers. One air handler blows in that direction and the air goes in a circle that way down the wall. The other air handler blows in that direction, it hits this wall and kind of does, you got the deal how it's gonna go. But now, just that 2 ton, I think it's a 2 ton, isn't it? Just that 2 ton alone will be good enough for all the LEDs inside this room, for keeping this room at a constant temperature for vegetation at something like 82 or 84 degrees. And that 6 ton unit that we're gonna be putting in here will never get turned on probably. And it will only be used if anything ever happens, that system has redundant backup and that unit goes down. Then the 6 ton will be at minimum, 2 ton capacity, even though it's a 6 ton unit or an 8 ton unit. And it'll be for emergency while we service that one, because every room has backup double redundancy. Not enough on the other rooms, but enough to keep them going. And that's how, this is the nightmares of a job that changes over the year when the customer doesn't even know what direction they're headed. And they spec'd out and bought all the equipment for a certain size system, but then they downsize. And you can't downsize your units too much. So that's it. And we'll get back out of here and we'll see how it goes.